Our country is cooked. Our data is being sold on a regular basis. Too many secret alliances with our government, with other foreign agencies. Oligarchs are running this country, whether people want to admit it or not. And this administration is pretty much revealing that. Anti-intellectualism is at an all-time high, and it's only going to get worse. ICE is being weaponized against its own citizens. The military is being weaponized against its own citizens. People will gaslight you and tell you that the economy is doing great when in reality, a whole bunch of people are having nervous breakdowns at work. We have an incompetent president who's just running around with his fucking head cut off, to be honest with you. We have so many gaslighters, especially here on the internet, trying to tell people that they're not doing enough and that being homeless is a choice, when the economy is showing that it's fucking not. We're just exposed to so much clownery here in this country to the point where the American dream is to leave. The white picket fence is no longer a thing anymore. Like, people want to have kids, but why bring kids into this world if you're struggling? And then people will make it seem like you're tripping. I don't know. This country's done.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples for his younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I want to get into, today, is dealing with, how America, is a big mess, and the beloved brother Elder Ariala, all right, the brother out there in the GMS Dallas camp, and he went into, just a shit show, that people call America, all right, and America has become a laughing stock, all right, throughout the entire earth, okay, and just like Jake said, it's so much clownery, all right, that America itself, is a clown show, okay, and that's why the Lord, has created, a network of believers, to where we're a nation, all right, within ourselves, because it gets to the point, that we become more and more, all right, uncompatible, with this age, because people, anxiety is at an all-time high. Okay, people are more confused than ever. All right, like he said, the intellectual ability of people to even have, a conversation of any substance is declining. All right, the nigga woman is begging more than ever. All right, bye Felicia. Okay, niggas are more wicked and bugged out and zombied out than ever. Okay, people are more confused. All right, they don't know. They were MAGA and then they not MAGA anymore, but they still, conservative. They got the liberals that, that's, going crazy on the right, and, with different shooters that, these mass shootings and niggas arguing about that, and, just all over the place, and nothing really makes sense, okay, outside of prophecy. Okay, nothing makes sense outside of prophecy, man. Okay, and what people are coming to realize is that, the leadership of the earth, all right, particularly here in the West, all right, over here in America, okay, they don't give a damn about people. Okay, it's all about increasing wealth and power. Okay, they don't give a damn about how their actions destroy people. All right, it says Proverbs 28:15. It says, "As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people." This is a system that devours. Okay, these two animals are very aggressive. Okay, and they devour their prey. They tear their prey apart. You know, as they eat it, they tear their prey apart. And this is the government style, the style of government, all right, of Esau Edom. Okay, this government is meant to just tear you apart financially, psychologically, your health. You know, you're just being torn apart, all right, limb for limb. Okay, and it's just being devoured in this system, man. You know, people, you know, their debt is at an all-time high. You know, yeah, people are just being devoured in every way. People are working more hours than ever. Okay, with less in the savings. You see, and the parents hate the children hate the parents. Okay, it's just a complete shit show in America, man. The society, okay, that Western philosophy has created is a complete shit show, man. Okay, and it only gets worse. Okay, and then see, it's gonna shift to violence, to more violence, man. Okay, it says Proverbs 28:16. It says the prince that wanted, all right, I will read this in NLT. It says a ruler with no understanding will oppress his people. Okay, and this devil, all right, he isn't fit to be a ruler. Okay, this is why, all right, this devil, you know, the spirit been having this man on trial. Okay, and then and the verdict is this man is unfit to be a ruler. Okay, because this man lacks in true understanding of righteousness, man. Okay, which is that true wisdom. You see, and it says, but one who hates corruption will have a long life, and ultimately it's going to be the elect. All right, the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. All right, that's going to live forever, man. All right, and those first fruits are going to be in power, joint heirs with Yahweh Shai forever in righteousness, man. Okay, but this man's rulership has completely, all right, destroyed everything, man. Every aspect of existence has been destroyed. All right, and this man gets off on that, man. You get this here in the book of Proverbs, chapter 4. This devil gets off, okay, on seeing people destroyed, stressed out, oppressed, death. This man gets off on that, man. Okay. It says Proverbs 4:14 says, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Okay, so society took on, you know, democracy, you know, Christianity, you know, all these wicked pagan, okay, customs, okay, and philosophies, man. All right, and you have to understand, Western culture is extremely idolatrous, man. Okay, the symbolism, okay, the let's say the doctrine that goes with Westernization, okay, men and women equal, women over men, okay, the alphabet, acceptance of alphabet, okay, the pagan holidays that are worshipped, that they've infused to the Bible that have nothing to do with the Bible. These holidays, these national holidays, okay, that people have infused in Christianity have nothing to do, okay, with the Bible. Okay, so people have walked down the path. And niggas, okay, street niggas, that's the path of the wicked. Esau laid their path out for Jake by glorifying degenerates, man. Okay, pimps, thugs, and killers. All right, dope boys. You see, and Jake has walked down their path. Okay, the nigga woman being independent, being a single mother, being a bad bitch, all that. You walk down that path of wickedness, man. Okay, now everything is coming home to roost. Okay, this is the results of walking down that path of Esau Edom. It was cute for a moment. It was a thing. It was, you know, you see, the 106 and Park era. It was cute. All right, but now we into what, the dark side of walking down that path, because it only gets darker and more violent. Okay, it says avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it and pass away. And see the Wali Al Bashim Al Shai for turning us off that path, man. Okay, he turned us off that path. which was set up by what? The rulers of this age. Okay, they set up that broad gate. Okay, that do as thou wilt culture, man. Okay, they said, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Okay, so they can't even sleep right. Okay, unless they set up some type of new oppression, some type of new poison in the earth, some type of new destructor, some type of new way to push more poverty. Okay, to make more people desperate and dependent on him as he's getting ready to switch, all right, to this new system. Okay, and if your hope is in this place being continually up and running, well, it's only going to lead you to this sea hill, all right, which is the ultimate betrayal, all right, that you can do as an Israelite. So let's play, so you playing video. Let's get Isaiah 36:6. It said, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, okay, and this broken reed on Egypt is this system. It's this, and the system is meant to be broken. The system is not meant to benefit you, man. That's what some people are waking up to, that this system is not to benefit you. It never was. Okay, it was always to get you dependent on them, fully dependent on them, so they can have the leverage to herd you into this NWO. Okay, it said, where else if a man lean, okay, because if you lean on something, you depend on it. Well, if you lean on, okay, a wall, where you're dependent on that wall to hold you up, okay, and the harder you lean on this system, okay, the more you're dependent on this system, man, okay, it's only going to lead, okay, to that sea hill. Okay, it says to lean, to lay, to rest. You see that? To rest. All right, and if you make this place your rest, okay, to uphold, if you think this place is going to uphold you, okay, it says to sustain, to refresh, to revive. All right, you think this place is going to sustain you, all right, refresh you or revive you, because people want a refresher. See, people wish they can just hit the refresher button and go back to 2002. You know, the older generation wish they can refresh, go back to the 80s and 70s. Okay, people want to try to refresh this thing. No, all right, he's going to give you a promise of a refresher, but guess what? It's going to be more oppression. Okay, through a digital system. Okay, so if you're leaning on this place, you're hoping this place, gets refreshed. Okay, revived. That it sustains you. It says, lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lay, it will go into his hand and pierce it. All right, that sea hip. So is the king of Pharaoh of Egypt to all that trust in him. Okay, so if you're dependent, okay, on this system, you see, it's gonna lead to that sea hip. All right, it's the only thing left. All right, for you Americans, is the sea hip being made mandatory. Okay, and the judgment, America being turned to a desert. You see, but as for the hopeful elect, man, hey, I hope it's in the salvation and deliverance from this, man. Okay, so Lord willing, you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified once again. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation, hopefully, shalom.